seen. So I was searching for where it has gone. The go live. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. What happened? Are the people joining or no? They are on the way.
Yeah, so many. Oh, Pachitara Prabhu, can you call Prabhu?
Can you give a call, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I am not feeling
Yeah,
well.
sure.
Oh, what is her name? Benu Gita Mataji is not joining. Mm.
Okay.
She is saying she is not feeling well and have headache.
Okay. No problem. Let's get started with our bhajan. That's the best thing in the life. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopijanna Vallabha Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jan.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari
Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana
Jana Braja Jana Ranjana
Jamuna Thira Vanachari
Yamuna
Ramanachari
जय जय श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर भगवान की
Tira.
राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की राधा गोविंद देव की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की थैंक यू सो I know we can get started, Prabhuji. So you can share your screen. So we will go through the chapter. Allow. Last time who did presentation? It came
Venu
up.
Gita.
How come he did without I made her the presenter? Okay, anyway.
Okay.
The creation of the fourth order. Oh, see, this is the canto. Let me get the. Just a minute. You can do the Mangala Charan and start, Prabhuji, okay?
ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रतां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं साधुतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सह गणा ललिता श्रीविशाखानन्दं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी वृन्दावनेश्वरी विष्णुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये शृण्वन्तं स्वाकतः कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणं कीर्तनः हृदयन्तः स्तो हि भद्राणि विधुनोति नष्टप्रेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Mukham karoti vatalam pangum langitim girim yatkapatam ham vande Shri Guru Devatayam. Hare Krishna. So we are in Canto 4 and we are going to look at the chapter 16, the praise of King Prithu by the professional reciters. So last week, Venugita Mataji presented chapter where the professional reciters started singing the glorification of King Prithu, and King Prithu immediately asked them to. Uh, he humbly requested them, "Ki, not done any of these activities, so why are singing before that?" So that is the chapter. For after this, we are going to discuss till the reciters went ahead and glorified him. So this we just did, and we are actually in Bhakti Vaibhav. We are following the Party program. So that's a little bit about. So here is chapter 16. So the agenda for this today's class would be will be there are total 21 slokas. It's very small chapter like we had in last week. And the breakdown is the bards glorify Prathu Maharaj. Then King Prathu manifests the qualities of demigods. So that is again their this is a glorification by the bards. And again later on then they basically sing the King Prathu. And after that the prediction of the Prathu's future activity. So these are all foretold by the bards based on the knowledge they gain from the sages. And the conclusion and open discussion after that. Okay, so we'll start with the bards glorify Prathu Maharaj. So background. So as we discussed in the last week, as Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto 15 chapter 26 verse, King Prathu continued, "My dear devotees, headed by Sutta, just now I am not very famous for my personal activities because I have not done anything praiseworthy you could glorify. Therefore, how could I engage you in praising my activities exactly like children?" So this is the king's request to the singers or bards or that reciters. Why you are glorifying me before even I do any of this activity? So this demonstrates humility of King Prathu's words. So that's where this chapter starts. The Maitre Muni describe how King Prathu, humble and sweet words greatly pleased the reciters. So when actually King told them not to glorify, actually reciters got more excited. Okay, that means the King Prathu is a genuine person, and I think they should keep doing that. So the reciters continued to glorify the king as instructed by the great sages. So they got all this knowledge from the great sages. A divine incarnation beyond description. The reciters acknowledge the King Prathu as a direct incarnation of Lord Vishnu appearing by his causeless mercy. They admitted their inability to fully glorify his divinities, even with the skill of great speakers like Lord Brahma and other demigods. They noted that King Prithu was born from the body of King Venom, but surpassed human limitation. And we know from the past chapters that King Vena was very a not good king, and he actually um, told his he controlled the citizens and told them to serve him and not the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, so and we will know towards the end. We will revisit the King Vena and what happens to King Vena, and so we will discuss that towards the end. The joy of glorifying transcendental qualities. Despite their limitations, the reciter express a transcendental joy in glorifying the king's activities, and they emphasize that their glorification are guided by the instructions of authorized sages and scholars. So this is the important point Srila Prabhupada ji says in that purport that the reciters were not actually just singing the glorification of the Lord Prithu, King Prithu, based on just to please him, but actually these are the foretold qualities which the King Prithu would display, and because he is a partial incarnation of the Supreme Personality Godhead, and he acquire all the those qualifications, and these qualifications are known to the sages before even King Prithu takes advent to this planet Earth. And so this is a very so there these foretold stories about the qualities and activities and everything about Prithu demonstrate that he is incarnation of the Lord. Praise King Prithu's liberal and praiseworthy actions as a manifestation of the Supreme Lord's quality. Okay, so that's what it is. So King Prithu manifest the qualities of demigod. So this is the verse. I think Sugopi Mataji, you want to read that verse? Let's see.
Okay, Prabhuji, sure. एष धर्मावृतां श्रेष्ठो लोकं धर्मेऽनुवर्तयन् गोप्ता च धर्मसेतूनां शाष्टा तत्परिपन्थिनाम्. King Prithu excels in upholding and promoting dharma. He will engage society in following religious principles. He will protect and preserve dharma. He will punish irreligion and atheism. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madam. So these are some of the qualities given in this, which whose character and as a whole. Okay. So we'll go next one. So here the more qualities are given, qualities of demigod. So King Prithu will demonstrate that he has the qualities of the demigods. As a devotee of the Lord, we naturally have qualities of demigod. And here King Prithu will demonstrate those qualities in great detail. So maybe I can invite devotees to Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, you want to read the sun god?
Sun god, Surya, function. The sun god equally distributes sunlight to all living beings and governs the cycle of evaporation and rainfall. Prithu Maharaj's role. Like the sun god, Prithu Maharaj will equally distribute mercy to all his citizens. He will collect taxes akin to evaporation and use them to provide assistance during times of need, akin to rainfall. His influence, like the sun, will cover vast areas up to the Arctic region without impediment.
Thank you. Next, Sachishudha Prabhu, you want to do the Indra?
Sure, Prabhuji. Indra, king of heaven. Function. Indra controls rainfall and protects the citizens from drought by ensuring proper water distribution. Prithu Maharaj's role. During times of drought, Prithu Maharaj will ensure rainfall, protecting his citizens from the dangers of water scarcity, similar to Indra's role in maintaining the ecological balance.
And yes, Sugopi Mataji, earth. Oh.
Mataji, you are on mute.
Oh, you're drawing something.
Hare Krishna, sorry.
You actually activated something else, looks like.
Yeah, right, Prabhuji. Earth, function. Earth tolerates all kinds of burdens placed upon her, including offenses and exploitation by humanity. Prithu Maharaja's role. He will embody the earth's tolerance by forgiving the offenses of even those who act against him or violate the rules and regulations.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
So we'll go, I don't know, this annotations, I think. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. Does it go away? Probably yes. I think you'll have to do it on your screen, I think.
Okay, I will see, Prabhuji, how to do.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I clear it. So go ahead. Don't do it.
Thank you. So King Prithu's manifest the qualities of demigod continues. So the more qualities like moon god, Chandra. Generally, the function of Chandra is Chandra nourishes all living entities with the soothing and affectionate rays. And King Prithu will share the how it's going to demonstrate these qualities. With his affectionate glances and moon-like smiling face, King Prithu Maharaj will bring peace and joy to the lives of the citizens, enhancing their quality of life. So I see Ashtasaki, you want to do the next, Varun? Okay, she's setting down with them. Okay.
I'm joining via phone, so I can do it later.
Okay, fine. So Varun, the deities of the oceans. So what is the function of Varun? The Varun oversees the vast and hidden wealth of the oceans, maintaining them in secrecy and controlling their depths. The King Prithu Maharaj will demonstrate these qualities like Varun. Prithu Maharaj's treasury and policies will remain confidential, and his action will be subtle yet impactful, ensuring his success while maintaining secrecy. The fire or Agni. Fire is powerful and unapproachable to its enemies, burning away impurities and protecting the domain. And King Prithu Maharaj will remain as powerful as fire, impervious to his enemies, even though uh, even those near him will be unable to approach him due to his strength and fiery resolve. The Vayu. The air pervades both internally and externally, sustaining life while remaining neutral and unseen. And here, Maharaj will observe all activities of his citizens like air that pervades everything, yet remain neutral in matters of glorification and vilification. And as a dharma actually represents impartiality and adherence to the path of righteousness. And King Prithu will administer justice impartially, punishing even his own son if necessary, while sparing the son of an enemy if they are not guilty, thus maintaining a path of piety. Now, if you look at the qualities of this Prithu Maharaj demonstrating, most of the qualities are not present in today's world, like the leaders or those who maintain king status. They does not, and it's very contrast from the today's world than what we had in past. Okay. So now the bards will provide the qualities of the King Prithu. So they are now singing the qualities. So what we have discussed was the qualities of the demigod. Now the other qualities they are going to talk. So Ranjaishyati yal lokam. He will please everyone by his practical activities. And Athamum Ahu Rajanam. All his citizens will be very satisfied and take great satisfaction in accepting him as their ruling king. Okay.
I can read now if you want.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Read the text 16 here.
Text 16, Dradavrataha, firmly determined. Satya Sandaha, always situated in truth. Brahmaneyaha, lover of Brahminical culture. Vradha Sevakaha, renderer of all service to elderly persons. Sharana Sarva Bhutanam, giver of shelter to all surrendered souls. Manadaha, respectful to all. Deen Vatsalaha, merciful to the poor and innocent. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll continue with this qualities. Sugopi Mataji, you want to do text 17?
Okay. मातृभक्ति परा स्त्रीषु पत्न्याम् अर्धजीवात् इवात्मनः प्रजासु पितृवत् स्निग्धः किङ्करो ब्रह्मवादिना. respectful to all women as if they were his own mother, treating his own wife as the other half of his body, affectionate to his citizens like a father, servant of devotees who preach the glories of the Lord. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Then text 18, maybe Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, you want to do?
Yeah. Dehinamaat bhavat preshta, considering all embodied living entities as dear as his own self. Surdam Nandi Vardhana, always encouraging the pleasure of his friends. Mukta Sangha Prasangaha, intimately associating with liberated persons. Dandapani Asadhushu, a chastising hand to all impious persons.
Text 19, Sachi Sutta Prabhu, you want to?
Sakshat Bhagavan Trayadishaha, master of the three worlds and directly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kutastha Atma Kalaya Vatirnaha, without change and an incarnation of the Supreme known as Satyaveshna Avatara. Yasmin Avidya Rachitam Niratakam, completely learned, seeing all material varieties as meaningless due to their basis in essence. Pashyanti nanatvam api pratitam, perceiving the illusion of diversity caused by ignorance.
Okay, now the bards will recite the King Prathu's future activities, what he would do in the future. Like, so it's kind of foretold stories. And I was actually thinking at this, like, why Sutta Goswami, or no, Sukadeva Goswami presenting this description of the Prathu Maharaj uh, with the help of bards, basically. And that's a very important aspect here. He could have also said, "Ki this is what Prathu Maharaj did, and these are the quality he has." Like, we when we read the Ramayana, that we Lord Ramchandra's story is actually described as it is. Like, it's not something they foretold his activities ahead of the game. That's not how he was presented in Ramayana or any other places. Like, we have many other incarnation there, like when we are going to read the about Narsimha Dev also, it's like as an activity is happening they are describing. But in the case of Prathu Maharaj, um, Sukadeva Goswami used the, or Sutta Goswami used this bard's help, and that demonstrated a very important point. Prathu Maharaj was not an unknown entity. Like, his activities were well known before even his appearance. So, and because he's a partial Satyavesha avatar, that's why he's went. I think uh, this way, which is more emphasizing on the that he is a supreme personality of Godhead, or he has the qualities of the supreme personality of Godhead. So then I'll read the text 20. The invincible king. The King Prathu will be uniquely powerful and heroic. He will travel the globe on his victorious chariot, holding his invincible bow, and his splendor will resemble the sun rotating in its orbit. Text 22. Revered by kings and demigods. As he travels, other kings and demigods will offer him gifts. Queens will consider him the original king, comparing him to the Supreme Personality of Godhead with club and disc. His fame will spread widely and he will gain immense reputation. Then text 22, the protector and earth milker. King Prathu will protect citizens and be extraordinary like Prajapati. He will metaphorically milk the earth like a cow, providing sustenance for everyone. With his bow, he will level the earth's surface, breaking hills, much like Indra's thunderbolt destroy mountains. So, in the milking a cow, I think the story will come in the subsequent chapter later on, which goes in very why King Prathu chased the earth, and how he milked the cow, and how the other demigods also came and took benefit of the earth. So it's nicely described later on. But here, this activity is foretold, and that's what Bard is singing. A fear of the Lion King. Just as animals hide from lions in the forest, rogues and thieves will flee from King Prithu. His bow, made of gold, and the bullhorn will inspire fear and ensure his kingdom remain peaceful. Okay, so here more future activities by the King Prithu. So I'll invite, I think somebody join. Oh, oh. Rasaj Prabhu, you want to read the text 24? Prabhu, you are mute.
Yeah, let me get my glasses for me.
Sure, sure.
I have with my phone, not 24.
Mhm.
Yeah, the performance of the Astamedha sacrifices. At the source of the Saraswati river, King Prithu will perform 100 Astamedha yagya sacrifices. During the last sacrifices, Indra will steal the sacrificial horses.
So
That's
this
it?
is foretold. So like it's actually very accurate when it's actually happening. It's very interesting how this is like um, activities of not just King Prathu, but Indra is also was described here. Next also you can read, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay. The meeting with the Sanat Kumara. King Prithu will meet the Sanat Kumara in the garden of his palaces. He will worship the Sanat Kumar and receive the transcendental instruction for enjoying the spiritual bliss.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. The fame of chivalrous activities, the heroic deeds of King Prathu will become renowned among people. He will often hear about his own exceptional achievements and unique power. And last is universal recognition and eradication of miseries. None will disobey King Prathu's orders. After conquering the world, he will eliminate the threefold miseries of his citizens. Both demigods and demons will glorify his magnanimous activities. So with that, I think that we completed all the verses in this chapter. So this is I just picked up some important verse from this. And maybe Ashwini, you want to read the Sanskrit?
I can try.
Okay.
अहं माहिं गं दुधे धीरा प्रजापतिर्वृत्तिकरा प्रजानां यो लीलायद्रां स्वसरसाकोत्या भिन्दं समं गम् आक्रोध यथेन्द्रियाङ्घम्.
Okay. Read the translation also.
This king, this protector of the citizens, is an extraordinary king and is equal to the Prajapati demigods. For the living of all citizens, he will milk the earth, which is like a cow. Not only that, but he will level the surface of the earth with the pointed ends of his bow, breaking all the hills, exactly as King Indra. The heavenly king breaks mountains with his powerful thunderbolt. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So just imagine, like, so we were wondering, like, why the king Prathu will level the surface. So does anybody can give why would what is the need for that?
Grow crops and everything.
Yeah, grow crops and like to leave to grow the civilization and everything. Yeah, that's that. So these are the activity actually King Prathu did it for us. So when we see the flat land somewhere, then we should appreciate the activities of the King Prathu or even Indra. because they actually put the efforts behind it. We now enjoy that flatlands. So yeah. Okay. So now analogies from purpose. There are a lot of analogies given in this chapter. Purport has some, and some are the verses itself, because a lot of verses have been written in such a way to make a comparative statement. So I'll highlight those here. So 4.16.6 purport, the sun is many millions of miles away from the earth, and although the sun does not actually touch the earth, it manages to distribute land all over the planet by extracting water from the ocean and seas, and it also manages to make that land fertile by distributing water during the rainy season. So it takes the water from ocean and distribute on the land. As an ideal king, King Prathu would execute all his this business in the village and state as expertly as the sun. And the next analogy is, although the earth is always trampled upon by men and animals, it still gives food to them by producing grains, fruits, and vegetables. As an ideal king, Maharaj Prithu is compared to the earthly planet, for even though some citizen might violate the rules and regulation of the state, he would still be tolerant and maintain them with fruits and grains. That's a very good quality. Like sometimes we get upset, correct? We don't have a tolerance level, but here King Prathu Maharaj will demonstrate those qualities. When there is no rainfall and the citizens are in a great danger due to the scarcity of food, this royal personality of Godhead will be able to supply rain exactly like the heavenly King Indra. Thus, he will very easily be able to protect the citizens from drought. So, this is actually verse itself, correct? Similarly, next one is a verse. He will be the reservoir of unlimited glories and good qualities, and his position will be maintained and covered just as Varun, the deity of the sea, is covered all around the water. But I found some interesting in purport. Just as the king has the right to keep his treasury confidential and secret, the people should also keep their individual earnings a secret. So this is here Srila Prabhupada is reminding us. But in Kali Yuga, I was thinking on this statement actually, because Srila Prabhupada is reminding us to keep our earnings confidential. But Kali Yuga, like things are like whatever we earn, it is already like what do you call that right of information. So they actually the government itself, the person who is giving the money, they self disclose those. So that's a very contrasting, like, and I don't know the why we should keep secret, but there is some reasons, and I think when we have time, probably we can think why Shastra recommend that we should keep it confidential, whereas in Kali Yuga, why the government is keeping like transparent, or they're asking even for private companies, they're nowadays asking to disclose their salaries. The next one, at the translation, he will be exactly like air, the life force within the body, which is exhibited internally and externally, but is always neutral to all appearances. And just as the sun god expands his shining rays up to the Arctic region without impedance, the influence of King Prathu will cover all tracts of land up to the Arctic region and will remain undisturbed as long as he lives. Next one is a translation also. He will travel around the globe on his victorious chariot, holding his invincible bow in his hand and appearing exactly like sun, which rotates in its orbit from the south. Next one. When the lion travels in the forest with its tail turned upward, all menial animals hide themselves. Similarly, when King Prathu will travel over the kingdom and vibrate the string of his bow, which is made of the flesh of goats and bulls and is irresistible in battle, all demonic rogues and thieves will hide themselves in all directions. Okay, so now we are on the three principles from this chapter. Okay, so this is what I come across: righteous leadership and protection. So if you are in a leadership position, then we should have maintained these qualities. King Prithu exemplifies an ideal ruler who upholds dharma, protects his citizens, and eradicates irreligion, while treating all beings with justice and compassion. Like if you look at the current world, like today's like time, those who are in leadership position, I don't know whether they work with the justice or compassion. Like their acts are pretty like sometimes wild and hurtful to others, and we can see that it's happening even now, right now. Service and compassion. The king serves his citizens selflessly, ensuring their prosperity and well-being, much like a father cares for his children. He exhibits qualities like humility, forgiveness, and respect to all, especially the Brahminical culture and women. Again, these qualities are not present there even today. There's some caring is there, um, but it's a like a based on their interest, like or um, they have their own certain group of people whom they want to benefit. So divine empowerment and responsibility. As a Satya avatar, empowered incarnation, King Prathu uses his divine qualities and power to fulfill his responsibility as a ruler, balancing material governance with spiritual elevation for his subject. So in our case, we should perform more spiritual activities, and we should use so you can gain the divine um, empowerment, and we utilize those in a um, the way the Prathu Maharaj demonstrated those qualities, because many places Prathu Maharaj used those divine qualities, like when he was chasing behind the um, earth, when he was, and similarly he was performing the 100 Ashwamedha Yajna. It's not ordinary, like to perform Ashwamedha Yajna 100 times. So those are the and how he chased after Indra also. So those are the 3 points. What we have. So this is the we followed those. We had the chapter 16 categorization. We did talk about understanding what are the messages really delivered by this chapter, and Srila Prabhupada. Conclusion. Conclusion. Okay. In conclusion, King Prathu is celebrated as an extraordinary ruler, embodying the qualities of an ideal king and a divine protector. As a direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he exemplifies humility, justice, compassion, and unwavering commitment to dharma. His reign ensures prosperity, harmony, and spiritual growth for all beings, with his actions inspiring universal admiration. His ability to balance strength and kindness and his dedication to the well being of his citizens leaves a legacy of an unparalleled monarch worthy of eternal glorification. So, with that, I think almost done here. Okay, so I open up for the discussion or any question, or and I have my own questions I'll ask also. So, yeah.
Okay, you can unshare your screen, then maybe devotees can.
I have a one like a special slide after this, so we can discuss afterward. Okay.
Yeah, you can unshare right now so that can turn on your video and then ask questions, Prabhu. Haribol, please.
So, let's share this.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, thank you for a nice presentation. So the one thing is, it's not a question from in general, but the general point is that from the bards make that all these predictions that how Indra is going to come and steal the horse and all those things, but still we see that Prithu Maharaj, didn't make any much arrangements to prevent that from happening. So in a way, we can see that, okay, even though knowing the future, sometimes like the God or devotees, basically they just let the things happen actually on their own. There is something, they don't try to interfere in the plans and try to make arrangements. Like, for example, sometimes in the material world, we look into astrology and try to work around that. But here we see that he didn't do anything like that actually.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Even though Prithu Maharaj was aware of situation, similarly, like if you see the Ramayana also, when Ramchandra came, the Ramayana was written before that, and so that means that his stories were already known, and but still Ramchandra performed as if he didn't knew anything, and so because they have come for the specific purpose and they perform their acts so that we can learn from them, and I think that's the same mood I think Prithu Maharaj has. Any other?
Prabhuji, nicely explained. Okay, no questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah.
Anybody else, please?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I joined late, so I'm just, yeah. So far, I think I joined late, so I can't comment much on that. So it's a good presentation, Prabhu. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, so thank you, Chandravardhan Gorang, Prabhuji. Nice. We got very, I think 15 and 16 are two other we generally had questions and all last time. So one thing related to the comparison, right? Which was given. So what is the difference between sun god and Indra in terms of controlling the rainfall, right? You mentioned there is a quality that sun evaporates and controls the evaporation and rainfall. And in the second one also it talks about Indra is the one which distributes the rainfall. So what is their role? Is it shared role? Can you explain?
So sun god is like a in that they have given the example of like a Prithu Maharaj will take the taxes from the people, and when the time comes, when the public needs the money, then he will distribute those. So that's the example. That's where the sun god analogy was given. In Indra case, Indra also controls the rain, but similarly, because Prithu Maharaj is also divinely uplifted being, he when the citizen needs a rain, he will act as if will make sure that enough rain happens, and so that citizens can live in a as if like Indra is doing that function basically. So many places actually, Prithu Maharaj demonstrate the qualities of demigods. Even though demigods can perform those functions, but he actually did by himself also.
Yeah, no, my question not related to the analogy of Prithvi Maharaj, rather than more independent of what sun god and Suryadev and Indras, which your particular statement you are mentioning. You can go back whenever it is that rainfall and evaporation controlled by sun god, and rainfall is distributed by Indra. So this is the same rainfall is controlled by both demigods. So I just wanted to know where the demarcation from your understanding. If the rainfall is maintained by sun god, so what is Indra's role? And if Indra is distributing, then what level sun god has influence on that? That's it. But anyway,
So
that
that's an
was
interesting question. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So overall, that's good. So now next is, you said you wanted to share one more slide?
Yeah, I
Is
want to
that
say. And then I have a question also. So in the Shastra, it says that we should keep our earnings secret or treasury and all that. But in today's world, we see like everything about transparency, like they want to disclose. So how do we like why one versus other is a um, why we today's world people think the transparency is the better way of managing?
no transparency means the treasury must be secret? That's a very good thing. Transparency, who is doing transparency? They are just saying that that much they have wealth. They have $10 billion at their revenue. They are sharing, but not the details where they are expanding, where they are distributing money, where they are giving charity. Anybody's the tax income filing, can you share it? No, they are not doing it. So only corporate heads just sharing the high level things,
Okay.
not the things which is, you can say that I am by looking at somebody's house and think, okay, he's a millionaire or
Mm-hmm.
he's not, whatever it is, you can guess it, a guesstimate. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't know where you're spending your money. That's, you do not need to disclose it to the public, where you are giving, whom you are giving. So that's the thing. That's why it is secret. Jews also, they say they don't reveal what you do in charity,
Mm-hmm.
and don't tell what kind of. So there is Vaisheshika Prabhu, when you are doing a morning walk, there are people who comes in his neighborhood before the sun rises, before the dark comes, they come and do the cleaning the street. And they will be hiding and cleaning the street during that time because nobody can see them. It's not about when we do it, we should take pictures and post it somewhere else. WhatsApp group here and there that I did, the cleaning, please see me.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So the services, assets, wealth should be secret, but not in a wrong intention, but to prevent you to be exposed unnecessarily. Good
No, good
point.
point.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to share my last. So here, like when I was presenting, we talked about the Vena. Like so, there is a how the King Prithu takes care of the Vena because Vena was killed by the Brahmanas, and from his body only Prithu Maharaj was born. So in the Shrimad Bhagavatam, some details are given. So that's the one I have found this material. So translation. So it's from Shrimad Bhagavatam, second canto, seventh chapter, ninth verse. Maharaj Vena went astray from the path of righteousness, which we read earlier, and the Brahmanas chastised him by the thunderbolt curse. By this, King Vena was burned with his good deeds and opulence, and was en route to hell. The Lord, by his causeless mercy, descended as his son by the name of Prathu, delivered the condemned king from hell, and exploited the earth by drawing all kinds of crops as produces. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says in the Vaman Puran, the history of Maharaj Vena and his degradation are fully described. The Vaman Puran actually gives more details than actually we read. When Maharaj Prithu heard about the hellish condition of his father, Vena, who was suffering from leprosy in the family of a Malicha, so that is his next birth. Okay, he at once brought the former king to Kurukshetra for his purification and relieved him from of all sufferings. So Maharaj Prithu, the incarnation of God, descended by the prayers of the Brahmanas to rectify the disorder of earth. He produced all kinds of crops, but at the same time, he performed the duty of a son who delivers his father from hellish conditions. The world would one who delivers from hell, called Put. That is the worthy son. So this is just a related text in Shrimad Bhagavatam in second canto. So I just shared here. Any question on this? Yeah.
So what is your point here? You said that you're just sharing some additional information. Is that say?
It is additional information.
Okay.
It is performed by the basically King Prithu Maharaj, and also it tells us the basically when we do bad activities in our current life, how we can be punished in the next life. Like in this case, the Mena was become a, like he has to suffer with the leprosy, and he was born in a like Malicha's family because of his acts in his prior life. Of his son, he got a little bit um, purification later on, saved from the hellish life.
Okay.
But it has not very much connected with the like the bard's glorification. These are actually actual activity of the King Patu. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this was there actually. I was reading that book that but you referred Lotus Feet.
Unveiling the lotus feet.
Yeah. It's there in that in the same chapter. It is mentioned this, so I thought it's a good to share basically. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I found that oh yeah, that details are pretty good, and it gives a Vaman Puran, gives you more history of the Maharaj Venan. I'm pretty sure more about the Prathu Maharaj also in the Vaman Puran. But unless we have access or read those, then we can learn more about it. Yeah, more details are there in those Puran.
Very good. Thank you, Project. Thanks for
Thank you.
bringing this. So let's now go back to our last time we did already, but this is the same. We repeat it. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay. So I think the same one, 15 and 16 are together. You can read the last one here, verses 16, 1 to 27.
Okay. The pleased by King Prathu's humble words, the reciters continued to offer prayers as advised by the sages, him as a direct incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Now, as the reciters had a transcendental taste of for glorifying these activities, they did so, although they felt their words were always inadequate. When the chivalrous activities of King Prathu comes to be well known, the king will hear about himself and his powerful activities. No one will disobey Prathu Maharaj. Conquering the world, he will eradicate the threefold miseries of the citizens and become world famous. Then both the Suras and Asuras will glorify his magnanimous activities.
Thank you.
Mm.
There is no analysis. So last time we did all the questions. So there is last 3-1. Ordinary people have to follow the instructions of what? 16.1. Skandaran Prabhu should tell. What is that?
Of the leader.
Yeah, King. Explain the meaning of
The king.
Atmavaya in relations to the Lord's appearance. So 16.2 it is there, and 6 to 27 says, select points from the Suta's praise of Prithu Maharaj, that is, which are instructive for the administrator especially. So this is coming from 6 to 27. That's why they are explaining the glories. There's a point here, democratic government can be captured by Krishna conscious people. What do you think? Prabhupada says in, we capture by Tulsi Gawad become president, then I go for vice president. Chandradan Prabhu becomes likely Secretary of State. We take the government, but
Yeah,
we are also a little bit, if devotees become too shy and remain aloof and giving all the monkeys the sword, that's also not good.
mm,
Sometimes if somebody is coming, we should promote it and encourage it. So not think that, oh, gaya maya mein gaya, nahi. Devotees also sometimes come and do some service which is necessary for the society. Instructions of administrators from Sutas praise of Prithu Maharaj. So we can get it that how Prithu Maharaj is a great administrator and things like that. That's all for this chapter. So 17, who is presenting, Prabhu? Satyasiddha Prabhu.
I'm presenting, Prabhu.
Oh, you are presenting 17.
Yes.
So we'll meet next week, Thursday only, and then we'll discuss. Venugita is not here today. She wants some Friday class to move, but she's not here. So probably next week, next Thursday, we'll discuss what to be done. Okay.
Prabhu.
Okay, so let's meet next Thursday, same time. Again, thanks for accommodating. Hare Krishna. Vancha
thank you.
kalpatarubhyascha.
Kripa sindhu
Kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavinebhyo